पूरा करने का काम करेंगे। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आपने अवसर दिया, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
ऑनरेबल मेंबर प्रोफेसर सौगत राय जी, एक मिनट प्रोफेसर माननीय सदस्य, एक मिनट माननीय, एक मिनट, जस्ट ए मिनट। संजय जी प्लीज।
सभापति जी, मेरा अनुरोध रहेगा, बहुत ही सीनियर सांसद हैं लालजी वर्मा जी, लेकिन उन्होंने जो कह रहे हैं कि हेल्थ में सप्लीमेंट्री बजट केवल 89 करोड़ का, वो केवल ICMR को दिया हुआ है। पूरा बजट है सर 320 करोड़ हम दे रहे हैं ग्रांट इन एड रेयर हेल्थ डिजीज के लिए, एम्स के लिए 222 करोड़ दे रहे हैं, इसके अलावा RMCH के लिए 150 करोड़ दे रहे हैं। तो मेरा कहना है कि वो डाटा सुधार ले।
ठीक ठीक। नो ही नेम्स इट, you don't talk like this, please. No, he is naming, he names Sanjay ji, जो संजय जी, बस okay. दाता, no, दाता को अगर गलत तरीके से यहाँ पर पेश नहीं होना चाहिए, किसी सभी का भी ये जिम्मेदारी होना चाहिए। अगर किसी को सुधार दिया है तो आप क्यों इसमें प्रोफेसर सौगत राय जी,
Sir, I rise to speak on the supplementary demands for grants.
आप लोग बातें करते रहे बहुत।
It's unfortunate that the finance minister is not there, but still I have some points to make and I shall be brief. Shiny Ghosh will speak the other points. The supplementary demands have been brought under Article 114(1) and 115 of the Constitution, and under 217 of the Constitution. Sir, there is nothing to oppose the supplementary grant because the money has already been spent. The government is asking for appropriation of the extra amount spent. What is the extra amount? 87,000 crores, roughly. Out of this 87,000 crores, 44,000 crores are outgo, and the rest will be made by savings from the government's expenditure. So, this 44,000 crores, where is it going? 44,000 crores, we know it will be 9,692 crores towards PM Kisan, 9,500 crores for rural telecom connectivity, rupees 6,500 crores for fertilizer subsidy, 4,000 crores for defense services. Now the problem with supplementary demand is that if you spend more money, then you push up the government's financial deficit target. The government has set a target of 4.9%. Now this supplementary demand will push up the financial deficit. Only way for the government will be to reduce its spending on infrastructure. Sir, this government is caught in a pincer movement. What is the reason? The reason is they are not being able to decide whether to go for growth or go for controlling inflation. There was a dispute between the finance minister and the Reserve Bank Governor, Shaktikanto Das. The Reserve Bank wanted to keep the repo rate stable, whereas the finance minister was pressing it for reducing the repo rate so that more money could go to the economy. Ultimately, the Reserve Bank Governor had to leave. Now, there is a typical crisis in the whole economy. The crisis is our growth projections for the last quarter has slipped to 5.4%. This is very damaging to the economy. Now, how does the government make up for this slip in the economy? Unless economic growth rate comes up, the country cannot progress, and this is a sharp slowdown. The main slowdown has been in manufacturing sector, which is expanded only 2.2% this year. Now, to sustain higher growth, you need more private investment. To have more private investment, you have to spend more on infrastructure. If you spend more on infrastructure, inflation will go up. So this is a double whammy that the government is caught in. And Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister, made a 2-hour speech, like a speech to a school collection, but he did not touch on this basic problem of growth. And now we'll have more problems, because one of our strong points was export. With Donald Trump as American president, exports will be curtailed because he will impose more tariffs. So where do we go from here? I have no objection to allowing the finance minister have a supplementary demands. But what is our answer to this basic question facing the Indian economy? Growth or control of inflation? Inflation has also shown an upward trend. It has gone up to 6.2%. So if inflation increases, who's put to difficulty, sir? The middle classes. And that is what is happening. This government has patronized the big industry. Now, I saw a figure that the profits of the big industry, I see in the names, Tata, Reliance, Adani, all this, they have gone up. How? After COVID, the share of post-tax profit of companies listed in the stock exchange has risen to 5.2% of GDP, only profit. Whereas compared to this, employee compensation share has been coming down. So industrialists, capitalists are increasing their profit. The salaries of the middle classes, working classes is coming down. So one newspaper has headline, profits boom, but pay is far from fair. So this is the situation in the Indian economy. Everybody is saying that push for growth. The finance minister is here. Maybe she will reply. Earlier I had commented on her not having a foreign degree. I am withdrawing that command. But it would have been good if the finance minister was a PhD in economics from even an Indian university. She will be able to tackle the problem in which Indian economy is caught, growth or control of inflation. At this rate of growth, 5.2% as in the last quarter, Indian economy cannot make progress. I say all this because there are many other demands to make of the finance minister. We come from the state of West Bengal, which has been deprived of 22,000 crores in NREG funds, which has been deprived of 2,500 crores on account of PM Awas Yojana. But I am not here to speak on West Bengal demands only. I am speaking of the economy as a whole. The economy is not in a fair shape. So while we will allow the finance minister to go away all this supplementary demands money in her kitty, and if you see the supplementary demands, out of the 87,000 crores, only 19,000 crores is in capital expenditure. The rest is in revenue expenditure. So on the one hand, unless you invest in the capital expenditure in infrastructure, private investment will not come. Adani's and Ambani's depend on the government to provide the infrastructure so that they can make more profit. So all these problems in Indian economy need to be considered. I do not see anybody in the ministry, in the government, who can really tackle such a problem. It would have needed a Manmohan Singh to tackle this problem. And more advantages to the poorer sections have to be given. Sir, I don't want to prolong my speech further. The economy is hamstrung by lack of policy, by lack of clarity, and the economy cannot go on the Prime Minister's speeches only. Lastly, Mr. Venugopal has spoken about asking for a JPC inquiry against the working of the SEBI and their complicity in manipulating the shares of the Adani group. While not emphasizing on that, I in general support his demand. So, no, let him come, but let him not manipulate the share market. If he manipulates the share market, then he shall be driven out of India ultimately, as he is being driven out of the US. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Member D.M. Katir Anandji.